Alright, what is going on, guys? Baller TV back. Today we're back with another Madden 19 rebuild, doing the New York Giants today. This Giants team, like I said previously, has some very bright spots and some very bad spots. So, the bright spots. Running back. Saquon is absolutely amazing. He's just a rookie last season. For sure going to be there for the rest of the season. Obviously, wide receiver is Odell Beckham Jr. Absolutely great right there, having him at number one wide receiver. Sterling Shepard's a good number two wide receiver as well. I'm very happy with my one and two. I just need to find a third. Tight end, Evan Ingram will totally be perfect for the rest of the video. Young tight end, talented, fits the spread scheme well. The offensive line. This is a weak spot. Hernandez is the only person I really plan on keeping. Nate Soldier, he is old and on a humongous contract. I'm looking to dump him off for some draft picks most likely. Eli Manning, another weak spot. I already know I'm going after. I'm going to draft a quarterback. In real life, I think the Giants take Dwayne Haskins, but if I have Haskins or Murray, it'll be tough to decide. I'm assuming I'll have at least one at my pick, which is like, what, five or six, so that's going to get at least one of them for sure. So other than that, yeah, the offensive line is not good. On defense, this is basically this whole thing is a bad defense. This is a weak spot for us. Only person I really am locked into is Landon Collins. He's an absolute monster. He's only 3 years into the league. One of the best young, strong safeties in the game of football. Other than that, though, Vernon is on a massive contract. I'll probably looking to dump that off. How old is Vernon? I think like 28, 29. Okay, he's actually only 27, which really is not bad. I might end up keeping him. I just know his contract is absolutely giant. I know they paid him a lot of money. But other than that, Jonas Jenkins is okay, but he's getting older. Our secondary besides him is not too great. Our corners are pretty bad. Free safety is not good. Middle linebackers suck. Left side linebacker is not good. Our defensive line's not very good. We have a lot of things we need to improve on, but there are some very bright spots on offense, which are some of the hardest positions to get, like running back is a tough one to find a stud. Wide receivers are tough to find an absolute monster, and tight ends are tough to find too. So, that being said, we're going to get into the offseason here. We have a lot of holes to fill. We don't have a lot of cap room, I don't think, so I didn't make some trades to free some up. You guys will see those trades. You'll see who I'm signing, and we're going to get right into it right now. I did not expect this to work, and this is kind of ironic, but I'm trading away Eli Manning for the Patriots' first-round pick. Now, if you guys know football history, you know Eli seems to be the Patriots' killer. He's beat them 2 times in the Super Bowl. I think they're not Tom Brady's only 2 Super Bowl losses, but they're two of his like 3 or 4. I know he's lost one more. He lost to one of the Eagles previously. But yeah, Eli Manning has been a Patriots killer, and now he's going to be their starting quarterback most likely. They gave me a first-round pick for him. I just couldn't deny that. So when I look at a good rebuild, I think it is important to clear cap. That way you can have money to spend for the players you want. To get a decently like similar age group, that way you can build your young core at the same time and you're all hitting their prime at once. And acquire draft picks. So right here I'm trading away Janoris Jenkins. He's getting old. He's a big contract. And I'm getting a late first round pick for him, which will help us build this team from the ground up. We need to get as much young talent as we can with Saquon, OBJ, and Shepard and Ingram. So I'm going to go ahead and go after some in the draft, and this will help us tremendously. This is our third first round pick. Okay, so for year one, the free agency class is actually going to be huge for the amount of guys that we sign because this roster has a ton of holes. They do not have a lot of players at a lot of positions. So we're going after Ronald Darby, Haha Clinton Dix, and Trevor Williams to try to fix our secondary a little bit. Then Trent Brown, like we usually do. I know it's probably boring, but we're going to trade Nate Soldier. We really need to, and this would be a good upgrade at left tackle. Henry Anderson fits the scheme decently well, and he was cheap, and I mean, a good bargain contract, that's fine by me. Kayvon Webster, we needed more corner depth. Albert Wilson, we needed a third wide receiver who could run the slot. Juwan James, we really need a right tackle. I have not gotten one I've not gotten Juwan James like ever. I tried getting on like 5 straight videos. I still haven't, so I'm hoping I can land him. Malcolm Brown for D tackle depth because we need some. Corey Littleton to play the middle linebacker. Marcus Golden, he's a good scheme fitting. We have no one at left end. Jamon Brown just to fill the hole at left guard since we have nobody, or right guard, excuse me. Probably try to draft one, but we don't have anybody, so I need at least someone. Spencer Poy, same there. I'll probably try to draft somebody, but we don't have anyone. And then at fullback as well. If we could get all these guys, that'd be great. I know we won't. We'll probably miss out on the Quentin Diggs, Juwan James, and maybe a few other guys, but I'll see you guys with who we get, I guess, or the draft. I don't know. We'll see what's next. I'm not sure, but hopefully we can land most of these guys. Okay, so we missed out on Trent Brown and Ronald Darby, so these are the two guys that I'm trying to sign instead. So right here we're moving Nate Soldier and our 4th round pick for another 1st round pick. So we currently have 4 first rounders. That is going to be huge in filling out this roster. So here was the 6th pick. I'm at a bit of a crossroads. There was 2 guys I wanted with this pick, and I figured there would be at least one left I could get with this pick. Dwayne Haskins Jr. is the first option, and Kyler Murray is the second option. Now, I think that Haskins Jr. will for sure get drafted by the Giants this year's draft. I think that is almost a guaranteed thing. You will see that happen with the 6th pick. The Giants will take Dwayne Haskins Jr. But in Madden, Kyler Murray becomes a literal god. Like, I'm not kidding you guys. He becomes like MVP like by year 2. He's absolutely amazing. So that being said, Haskins would be the guy the Giants would get. But I'm going to go ahead and select Kyler Murray. I wanted to take him in the Raiders video, I want to say, but I ultimately was left with Drew Lock, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to go ahead and get Kyler Murray right here. I've wanted to get him for a while, and I'm selecting him with the 6th pick. With the 25th pick, I'm taking Byron Murphy from Washington. I took him in a previous video, and he became an absolute monster. And we have no long-term options at corner right now, so Byron Murphy is where I'm going to look to fill that void. With the 29th pick, I'm going to go ahead and reach a little bit and take this left tackle because of the fact that I literally need one very, very badly, and this is an important position, especially drafting Murray so high. I think it'll develop okay, but this is what I'm taking for the 29th pick. Again, with the 31st pick, I'm reaching a little bit, but I really need a center, and they usually get drafted before, like, they said they're going to get drafted. He can be picked at any time, and I want to make sure I get him. This is one of my biggest needs, and I want to make sure I fill all the holes in this roster. That being said, this is who I'm taking with the 31st pick. With my first 2nd round pick, I'm taking this left outside linebacker out of Florida State to be my right outside linebacker. It's one of my biggest needs, and I've really hit on every need I've had except middle linebacker, so I think this draft has been very productive. Looking at this team going into year 1, we have some really good spots and some really bad spots. So our good spots are our backfield is a tremendous young, talented duo. Wide receivers in our good spot. We have 2 very good wide receivers, a good slot wide receiver, and 2 pretty decent depth pieces that are young. Just coming off the bench in the spread system. Weakness is the offensive line. Besides Hernandez and Juwan James, we don't have anybody close to 80. Everybody's really young on the offensive line, not very talented. This will be a problem all year long. This will keep us from the playoffs most likely on offense. Then obviously Evan Ingram has a huge strength for us, especially in the spread. On defense, our strengths are our safeties, absolutely. We have some great safeties. We have good scheme-fitting safeties as well. They complement each other very nicely. Pass rushers, another strength. Vernon's a beast. Even though he's in a huge contract, might trade him. He's still pretty dang good. And then Burns is a rookie. He'll develop nicely. He's good as well. Weakness is our middle linebackers. Littleton's not bad, but this group of 4 guys is not going to get done for this year. That's another reason why we don't make the playoffs. Another weakness, I would say, is our corners. We have Murphy, who will, I guess, take care of that weakness if we get another guy next to him. And Williams will progress too, I'm sure. But other than that, this is not a very good corner group. And another weakness, I would say, would be our ends, at right and left end. We're not bad, we're not great, though. And then D-tackles, it's okay. So this team, we're pretty far off still. We have a good foundation laid out. We have some key guys who will be here for the rest of the video for sure, but we're still a ways off. So we have some work to do, but we're going to go ahead and hop into the first season. I'll probably see you at the end of, I guess we'll call this year 1. I doubt I make any trades unless I want to try to get some draft picks or something for like Vernon maybe. Okay, so right here I'm trading away Lorenzo Carter and our backup left tackle for Forrest Lamp because we're 4 and I think 3 right now. We're at the deadline here, and right guard are a huge weakness. And I really feel like I would kind of be doing ourselves wrong if I didn't make at least a push for the playoffs. I'm not saying we'll get in. I'm not saying that we have a chance, but we're 4 and 3, so we need to at least give it a shot. So I'm going to get Forrest Lamp right here. Probably be the right guard for the rest of the time. Carter is taking like 15,000 XP to progress already. He's a 74 overall. He's never going to get better. And Smith, we just got 2.2 million off the book. So overall, I think this is going to be a good move for us. And then according to Trade Finder, our base need is middle linebacker, and I would agree middle linebacker is a big need for us. I know I've made this move before, Tremaine Edmonds, and I know it hasn't necessarily worked out, but I'm trading literally my backup quarterback, my backup right guard. Both guys have some decent sized contracts for a young middle linebacker who's going to progress. That being said, that's my last move at the deadline. Here's a look at the team with the new guys. Our offensive line looks a heck of a lot better with Lamp, even though Madden won't load, so you can't see it. And Tremaine Edmonds is going to be a great fit on defense as well. So yeah, there's the Lamp, and then on the defensive side of the ball with Edmonds and Littleton, I think our the field's gonna be covered very well with some very good tacklers. So to say that we exceeded expectations would be an understatement. After the trade, we went from 4-3 to 11-5, so we only lost 2 games post trade. That was awesome. Yearly awards here. Let's see who we've got. MVP is Kyler Murray. Okay, so when I told you guys I drafted him because he was good in Madden, this is what I meant. He won MVP. Okay, that is actually awesome. Offensive Player of the Year, Depoy, we probably have nobody, I'm assuming. Rookie of the Year, obviously, is Murray. Defensive Rookie of the Year, we have a couple guys. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Murray's best quarterback, best running back. Saquon's third, best wide receiver. We have two of the top three. Excuse me, two of the top 3 guys. Very good to see. Offensive line, we're not gonna have anybody. D line, we're not gonna have anybody. Linebackers, probably not. So overall, really, really great year. Really exceed expectations. So I'm gonna upgrade some guys real quick, and I'll show you who the Cardinals have because we're in the playoffs in year 1, which I did not expect whatsoever. Well, Murray won MVP and Rookie of the Year and Player of the Year and offense, and he has 7 skill points. 7. He just went from being MVP as like an 82 overall. He's gonna be like an 88 after this. This is actually gonna be awesome. So the Arizona Cardinals, we kind of know who they have since we just did this rebuild a little while ago. Uh, Really, honestly, a pretty aging group. This team will not be that good for a while. They have Haskins, which is a good pickup for them. I think they got in the second round somehow. Devin White, also a very good player. And Buda Baker. Okay, so they have some players. Marquise Brown's very talented. I just don't see it with this team. Can they beat us this round? Absolutely. If they're 11-5, 10-6, wherever they are, Madden likes them in the sim engine, so which means they can really even go to the Super Bowl if they want to. It doesn't matter how good you are. If Madden likes you in the sim engine, you can go as far as you want. But I don't know. Looking at our team, I didn't even show you guys the team really. I mean, I kind of did, but not really. Murray is a 91 with the confidence. Saquon's a 92 with the confidence. I mean, our offense is with the confidence. Our offense is a bit ridiculous. Then defense is pretty good as well. That being said, whether we win this round or not, I don't care. Should we? Yes. Will we? Probably not. Madden seems to have a thing for the Cardinals right now. So we go on to the next week, and let's see. Do we get a win the first season? We do by 4. Okay, so we're playing the Redskins, who beat it, I think, both times in the regular season. So I'll show you who they have in just 1 second. Looking at this Redskins roster, what scares me the most is their offensive line for 1, and I'd say their defensive line, their pass rush in general for 2, are their 2 biggest strengths. Other than that, they have some pretty good players in role positions, but I think that their pass rush and their defensive line and their offensive line are both going to be very, very big for them. Looking at this team, however, I'm a little unimpressed for being 12-4 and beating us twice in the regular season. Will they beat us again? I mean, like I said, probably. It's just Madden Sim Engine, just the way it goes. But you know what? I'd say getting to the divisional round after not even making the playoffs the year before is pretty good start. So we're going to go ahead and sim right here. Whether we win or not, like I said, I don't really care. I'd like to win. But we do lose by 7. So that team beats us 3 times this year, which is not good. But they're about to fall off, and we're going only way we're going is up. So I'll see you guys in the offseason with who we're signing. We have some holes to fill. I think we can be very, very good next year. If you guys are wondering why you didn't see any free agency, it's because we didn't make any big moves. But I'm still showing you the draft. So right here, I'm drafting a left side linebacker with my first round pick. I'm going to draft him. Hope he's good. Is he good? Yeah, okay, he actually will be very good. He'll be a very good player for us. So he's my left side linebacker now. Now I'm going to trade Olivier Vernon and see if I can get like maybe a first round pick or a need that I have. Because this draft is kind of weak in the things that I need most. So with that draft pick, I'm trading Olivier Vernon and 2 fifth round picks for Leonard Williams, who is a very good defensive lineman, which is one of our biggest needs and will help us out tremendously in this next season. My last trade before we get into the season is upgrading our worst player, which is honestly fullback. Juszczyk always helps out a lot, and I think he'll be a good player for the value that we're giving up to get him. Okay, so for the start of year 2, it's very simple what's going on with our team. We have very, very good players at some positions and very, very bad players at some. So on offense, everything is looking good. Wide receivers, tight ends, quarterback, running back, fullback, all that looks great. Skill positions, great. Line sucks. Our line is not good enough, but we have a lot of young guys who can develop still. I don't want to sell out on them, but we might have to make a trade to upgrade our line if we want to be a Super Bowl contender in year 2. Defense, same concept. A lot of really good positions on defense. Safety is great. Corner is going to be just fine with Murphy developing. D-line with Williams is now very good, and Tomlinson as well. Linebackers, pretty bad. Pretty shaky at linebacker. We need a lot of progression from these young guys. That being said, I think we could be very good this year, or we could be very bad. I don't know. We're extremely young. I'll make some trades, I'm sure, at the deadline, so I'll see you guys there. But if not, I will see you at the end of year 2, where hopefully we have a bye and we are one of the top seeds in the NFC. So before the season even started, I knew left tackle was not going to work. So instead of starting the season, I went ahead and made this trade because Nelson is a 1-year guy on a bigger contract. And even if Dawkins isn't the long-term answer at left tackle, he'll at least be an upgrade for the season. One of our biggest needs has been an upgrade at middle linebacker. And while Joe Schwarber won't be an absolute stud, he does very well in Madden. He always has a ton of tackles. He's one of the top guys in the NFL every year. Littleton wasn't bad, but we needed an upgrade. And even though Littleton might seem like he has more value than Schwarber, I had to give up more. So I think it's a big good trade for us in the long run. We're currently 5-1 at the trade deadline, but I still feel like we need to improve to make a good Super Bowl run. Our biggest need is right end. We have a few guys who can play, but they're not developing well. They're getting old. So right here, I'm getting Coe, and I'm trading with a few guys who are backups and a 3rd-round pick. I do have some talented right ends. They're just not what I want, and they're not scheme fitting. So I'm going to trade them real quick, get some draft picks to compensate for this trade, and we're going to go ahead and keep Simmons for the second half of this season. I think we can be really, really good this year. I don't know about you guys, but I would say 13-3 is not too bad. We actually had a great season this year. Everybody played exceptional. Looking at our team, the offense, there's a lot of green here. But on the defensive side of the ball, every single letter is a green letter. It's either B- or above. No stars except for Williams, really, and our safeties are not bad. Our safeties are really good, but I'm talking about like really big superstars like OBJ, you know. But all around, very, very solid defense. So look at some yearly awards here. MVP, I think I saw it went to Mariota. Yeah, Mariota wins MVP, Coach of the Year. Did we win it this year? Hey, we win Coach of the Year. 13-3 is not too bad. So NFC, let's see here, Offensive Player of the Year. Murray gets 3rd. Do we have a Saquon? We do at 10. Defensive Player of the Year. 2 of our linebackers make it. That's good to see there. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Our backup running back, Zach Moss, makes it at 6. Defensive Rookie of the Year. One of our pass rushing linebackers makes it. That's also really good to see. Obviously, quarterback, we know Murray. We know we have Saquon. Wide receiver, we should have OBJ here. Offensive lineman, we probably don't have anybody. Our lines. Okay, Hernandez gets 10. It's not bad. Defensive line, do we have Williams makes it okay. And so does Tomlinson, who's also very talented. Linebackers, Jennings, and that's it there. DBs, does Murphy make it? Collins makes it. Williams makes it, and Murphy makes it. Okay, so 3 of our secondary players. And there's the special teams. So we have a bye. I have some upgrades to make. I'm not sure who will be playing the divisional round, but whoever it is, we should kick the crap out of them. Our team is really freaking good. Just like last postseason, we have the Arizona Cardinals in the divisional. I actually went to play them in the wild card round last year. They're a first round matchup like last year, however. At the end of the season, we beat these guys. If you guys saw that, I'm not sure if you could see or not. So I'm not expecting anything less here. We should get a W. They have some very nice young players. Haskins is only 84. Murray's like a 92. So I think we made the right selection there. They have some very nice players, but I mean, guys, come on. Our team is absolutely loaded. 13-3. The talent we have, we're just not losing this game. I'm sorry, it's just not gonna happen. And we win by 10, 24-14. Now we have the Cowboys who did not knock us out last year. The Eagles knocked us out. I'm gonna upgrade these players and I'll show you their roster, and then we'll see if we're moving on. So looking at this team, we've played them a lot of times in these rebuilds. I shouldn't even have to show you guys this roster. They're here every year. Great offensive line, good running back, good defensive line. A lot of young players. This team, I love the Cowboys, and I think they could be very, very good for a long time if they make the correct moves, which I don't know with Jerry Jones if they will. So they're good. We're good. It's a divisional round here in the conference championship. In real life, I would really hope our team loses, but I'm hoping we can get it done here. I'm hoping that we can, and we win by 4. We're going to the Super Bowl against the Browns, who beat us back to back in last episode or last video with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The amount of times that we've played this Browns team in these rebuilds is ridiculous. I think by now everyone knows the drill. Young and talented is just the two adjectives that always come to my mind when I'm trying to describe this Cleveland Browns team. They have so much young talent on the field at all times on this team. We only seen one player that's 30 or over so far. Very, very good. They have Littleton too, who we traded there. Yeah, this is a very good team. If we're gonna lose a game, like a Super Bowl or a playoff game, this is a team I could see us losing to. They match us in a lot of spots. I mean, their matchups, they win some of them. They win some. Like defensive line, they destroy us compared to our offensive line. So hopefully Murray can run around, run the spread. Hopefully he can get him out and open in the field and hit OBJ down the field. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to hop into it, though, and I will see you guys there. Okay, here we go. It is Super Bowl time. You guys know how this works. Next quarter. All right, we starting off down 3-0, but Murray engineers a touchdown drive. Oh, 2 touchdowns. We're up 14-3. All right. I like the way this one's going. So 14-3. We get the ball back. 17-3, 17-6, come on, put some more points up. Okay, we don't. 17-6 at halftime. I'm very content with where we are, but we cannot stay content. We have to make sure we keep putting points on the board. This Browns team won't hang around forever. Okay, 9-17, 24-9. Okay, I'm liking what I'm looking at right now. Next quarter, if I have to stop it, I will. 24-12. Okay. Okay, we have the ball. We have the ball. So unless something crazy happens, we're Super Bowl champs. Let's go. We won the Super Bowl. I never thought I'd see the day where I was so happy the New York Giants won a Super Bowl. Let's go. Okay, so after 2 years, that is going to be it. I apologize if this one's a little bit shorter. These guys just made it so easy for me. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be. It's going to be somewhere between like 10 and 15 minutes probably. But these guys really made this rebuild so easy. This one was so much fun. This team is so talented. I don't know. I think we have probably at some point, but every position on our entire team is B minus or above, and that is actually insane. This one's been a lot of fun. We have some really great pieces. Giants, hit me up if you need a GM. I mean, this team is really, really good. I was a little skeptical, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the first season, you guys know I was saying this is the worst team we've had yet. This team's gonna suck. But you know what? We got it done, and I just want to say, thank you guys for watching so much. These ones have been so much fun. These rebuilds are a blast. I'm having a great time doing them. I'm not sure what I'm gonna be doing next, but whoever it is, it's maybe it might be the Jaguars. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I do not know for sure. But if it is the Jags, whether or not who it is, I will see you guys in the next one.